We, the members of the Polk County Sheriff's Office, are committed to excellence in providing law enforcement, detention, and public safety services. In partnership with our community, we will serve with integrity, compassion, accountability, and professionalism.
April 25, 2023. Suspects wanted for murder near Bartow captured in Delaware. 2 murder suspects who were being sought by detectives from the Polk County Sheriff's Office were arrested by Delaware State Police on April 7, 2023. They were wanted for their part in the murder of a 34-year-old Benjamin Mason III of Bartow, who was fatally shot while riding a motorcycle. 28-year-old Wesley Vazquez Andino and 26-year-old Adriana Oyola del Valle were located and arrested on Polk County warrants. Vazquez Andino has been charged with first-degree murder, FC, while Oyola del Valle was charged with accessory to a capital felony, F1. Both were brought back to Polk County on April 24, 2023 and have been indicted by a grand jury. The shooting occurred on March 26, 2023 at around 2:09 p.m. on Wheeler Street, in unincorporated Gordon Heights northeast of Bartow. An autopsy revealed that a bullet entered Mason's lower back, then traveled through his kidney, diaphragm, and lung. Witnesses were only able to describe a blue Jeep and a short Hispanic male at the scene. That information was developed and eventually led PCSO detectives to the suspects' shared residence on Chestnut Woods Drive in Lakeland, but they discovered that the couple hurriedly fled from there. The couple was tracked down to a residence belonging to a relative of Oyola del Valle in Wilmington, Delaware. Following her arrest, Oyola del Valle told a PCSO detective that they had attempted to purchase a dirt bike via Facebook Marketplace, and paid a requested $100 deposit. After paying the deposit, she said the seller hung up on them when they called him again, then blocked their number. The couple went to find the seller of the dirt bike in Gordon Heights. They saw Mason on the same dirt bike and yelled out to him, but Mason drove past them and drove away. Oyola del Valle said that is when Vazquez Andino fired one shot at Mason, and then they fled from the scene. Oyola del Valle also said that her 3 children were in the Jeep at the time of the shooting. Witnesses weren't able to give much information, but what they did provide was just enough that the PCSO homicide detectives were able to get on the right path toward solving this senseless murder. It was exceptional work by the detectives, but it also illustrates how even the smallest tip can help solve a crime. Grady Judd, Sheriff. July 6, 2023. Lakeland couple charged in death of toddler left in car. Polk County Sheriff's detectives have charged husband and wife Joel and Jasmine Rondon, both 33 years old, of Winchester Estates Circle in Lakeland, with aggravated manslaughter of a child, a first-degree felony, after the couple left an 18-month-old toddler in a car overnight, when they returned home from partying, and the child died while strapped into her car seat in the extreme heat the next day. On July 4, 2023, the couple went to a 4th of July celebration in Lakeland with 3 children, under the age of 9 years old, and did not return home until around 3 a.m. on July 5. The pair consumed alcohol and smoked marijuana while at the party. When they returned home, as they began unloading food and items from the car, Jasmine told Joel to bring the female toddler inside while she brought the 2 other children inside. Joel observed that one of the car doors was open at the time. Joel brought stuff inside their home, and when he went back outside, he saw all 4 doors to the Hyundai Elantra closed, and assumed Jasmine had gotten the toddler out. He went inside and laid down in bed with his wife. Neither husband nor wife asked each other if they had brought the victim inside. They went to sleep. Joel woke up around 10 a.m. that morning and spent about an hour getting ready for work. Around 11 a.m. he asked one of the kids to go check on the baby in the bedroom. The child told Joel that the baby was not in the bedroom, at which time Joel began looking around the house for her. He then went outside and looked in the car, which was parked in the driveway in the full sun. Inside the car he saw the victim still strapped in her car seat and unresponsive. He brought the toddler still strapped in her car seat into the house in a panic, and then he and Jasmine drove the child to Lakeland Regional Health Medical Center. Despite all efforts in cooling her body down, she could not be revived and was declared deceased. At 2:42 p.m. her internal body temperature was 104.4. LRH staff notified law enforcement, and they assumed the investigation. Around 7 p.m. that evening, Joel and Jasmine both submitted to drug screens. by the Department of Children and Families. Joel tested positive for meth, marijuana, and alcohol. Jasmine tested positive for marijuana and alcohol. An autopsy determined that the victim's cause of death is hypothermia due to being left in a car. And the manner of death is homicide. Joel and Jasmine were taken into custody on July 6, 2023, and booked into the Polk County Jail. Joel's criminal history includes the following arrests and charges. September 2003 arrested by Plant City PD for criminal mischief. December 2005 arrested by Plant City PD for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And possession of paraphernalia adjudication was withheld. February and April 2007 arrested by Plant City PD for resisting arrest. March 2008 arrested by Plant City PD for attempted murder nol pros equi. July 2009 arrested by Plant City PD for resisting arrest. November 2010 arrested by HCSO for resisting arrest. February 2023 arrested by PCSO on a Lakeland PD warrant for carrying a concealed firearm. Possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia. May 26, 2023. Bartow couple charged with aggravated manslaughter of a 3-year-old child. On May 13, 2023, PCSO homicide detectives arrested 24-year-old Takesha Williams and 25-year-old Ephraim Allen, Jr. for 1 count each of negligent child abuse causing great harm, F2, resulting in the death of a 3-year-old toddler. Today, May 26, 2023, the 10th Judicial Circuit Court upgraded the charges to aggravated manslaughter of a child, F1. According to the affidavit, on Friday, May 12, 2023 at around 3 p.m., Bartow Fire Rescue responded to a report of an unresponsive child. When emergency responders arrived, they found the child connected to a ventilator breathing machine. But he did not have a pulse. The toddler was transported to an area hospital where he died. Homicide detectives observed extensive injuries on the child, to include a severely bloated belly and numerous open sores. Please see the following narrative from the affidavit. PRB_Cows. On Friday, May 12, 2023 at approximately 1503 hours. Bartow Fire Rescue responded to 1050 Gulfview Avenue number 1205 in Bartow in reference to an unresponsive 3-year-old child/decedent, redacted, who did not have a pulse and was connected to a ventilator breathing machine. The decedent was transported to Bartow Regional Heath, where he was pronounced deceased on Friday, May 12, 2023 at 1552 hours. The decedent was located lying supine on a hospital bed with extensive injuries/trauma, to include large avulsions on his buttocks, to where the rectum was non-existent. This was so severe the victim's colon was visible. Several abrasions were located on his back, which were consistent with bed sores. The decedent smelled of decomposition and rigor mortis was non-existent. The decedent's stomach was bloated and appeared to have semi-marbling and was green in color. Photographs were provided to Dr. Rennie at Bartow Regional Health, who advised the open sores are consistent with child neglect. The open sores were to the body were severe with major open wounds on the victim's body, resulting in permanent disfigurement. It was learned in the summer of 2020. The decedent was involved in a near drowning at a vacation home in Davenport, Florida. Since 2020, the decedent has been connected to a ventilator, due to his health condition as a result of the drowning. Both, redacted, Takesha Williams, and redacted, Ephraim Allen Jr., were interviewed separately and advised Miranda by a prepared Miranda warning card, to which they acknowledged, understood, and agreed to speak. In summary, Takesha Williams advised the decedent lives with her and her other 2 children, a 2-year-old and a 10-month-old, which are all shared with the redacted Ephraim Allen. Ephraim Allen does not reside in the home, however. He has been assisting Takesha Williams with taking care of the decedent. Ephraim has been taking care of the child with Takesha daily for the past month. The time frame in which the large open wounds originated and progressed. A home health nurse has been visiting the home since 2020. But the redacted decided to switch healthcare companies in the past 1 to 2 months. However, they have not been to the home since this time. The redacted advised they were taught how to tend to the decedent and are knowledgeable on how to change out the decedent's trach and other medical needs. Since the last month, Takesha Williams and Ephraim Allen Jr. noticed the decedent had large open sores, which started forming after the care of the home health nurse. They both informed they knew the sores were extensive and were afraid to contact anybody. due to being afraid they would have their children taken away by DCF. Additionally, they stated people would assume it was neglect. However, they stated the victim is not neglected. During the night of Thursday, May 11, 2023, the decedent appeared to be alive. Per Takeshaw Williams and Ephraim Allen Jr. and the pulse oximeter was functioning. During the morning of Friday, May 12, 2023, Takeshaw Williams and Ephraim Allen Jr. noticed the decedent's stomach was bloated. Takeshaw Williams noticed the decedent was cold to the touch and the pulse oximeter was malfunctioning. Takeshaw Williams waited until approximately 1,500 hours to call 9-1-1. Both Takeshaw Williams and Ephraim Allen Jr. advised they knew they should have contacted a healthcare professional based on the declining health of the decedent in the past month. However, they failed to do so. During the course of this investigation, it was determined the defendants, Takeshaw Williams and Ephraim Allen Jr., committed the criminal offense of child neglect with great bodily harm. Both, Takeshaw Williams and Ephraim Allen Jr., were arrested and transported to the Polk County Sheriff's Office Sheriff's Processing Center. Today, May 26, 2023, the 10th Judicial Circuit Court upgraded the charges to aggravated manslaughter of a child, F1. I've seen some truly horrific events in my long law enforcement career. But I have never, ever seen anything as sad, as bone-chilling, and as sickening as what this baby suffered before finally perishing from the despicable acts of these two criminals. Grady Judd, Sheriff.
Equality before the law, also known as equality under the law. Equality in the eyes of the law, legal equality, or legal egalitarianism, is the principle that all people must be equally protected by the law. The rule of law is a political ideal that all citizens and institutions within a country, state, or community are accountable to the same laws, including lawmakers and leaders. It is sometimes stated simply as no one is above the law.